You're listening to The Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, and co-host, Keelan Harvey on Alternative Talk AM 1150. Now, back to the show with local mortgage experts, Tina Mitchell and Keelan Harvey.
You are listening to The Money Hour at 1150 AM KKNW, the Friday, October 15th virtual show. Because of COVID, our show is temporarily moved virtually. You can listen to us on podcast or on air on Saturday at 3 p.m. or rebroadcast on Sunday at 8 a.m. I am your host, Tina Mitchell.
And I'm your co-host, Keelan Harvey.
We are here to help you build a strong financial blueprint, 1 week and one show at a time. If you are listening to our show at a different time or day, you are listening to a rebroadcast. We are here to connect you with the guests that we have on the show today, or answer any questions that you may have. Please call the show at 1-855-400-1150. Again, that's 1-855-400-1150, or online at themoneyhour.com. And in studio right now, we have Tracey Warren of Nature Your Network. Facebook doesn't have to be pay to play right here at 1150 AM KKNW. Tracey, welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much. I love talking about money.
Yes, and you talk about money very well. And you help people make money by the service that you offer. So a little bit about Tracey. Tracey believes in community is the key to success in life and business. As a community creator and a connector, Nature Your Network was exactly the right business for her to open. Every day, she gets connected with the support, gets connected with and supports women in business hands-on. And it's so much more than that. She is a rapid supporter and loving truth teller. She's excited to cheer you on when you are successful and encourage you when you need a little gentle nudge. Most days, you will likely find her quoting some random movie line, breaking into song based on whatever conversation we're having, or laughing out loud at something she found funny. Ultimately, Tracey believes that we are better together, and co-working is just a part of that.
Yay, that's me. I'm already laughing out loud, and we haven't even started yet.
Love it.
I love your spirit, Tracey. You're awesome. So let's start with this. So what are some practical ways? And I know for people, it just gets so convoluted. And they just get so confused because there's so much to talk about and so much going on when they're trying to come up with content for their social media. So what would you say to those people as far as practical ways that they can simplify this content? Because I know simplifying is probably more efficient.
Well, I think most of the time, business owners look at creating content as hard. And when you say things are hard over and over again, you know what happens? They tend to be hard. So yesterday I thought, well, what if marketing was easy? And I think when we each talk about our businesses, we're just oozing content all the time. And if we could just capture a little bit of that. But the other thing about simplifying is you can't sound like everyone else. Like, I think that's key. If your messaging sounds like every other mortgage broker or every other real estate agent, it's just going to get lost in the noise.
Yeah, you want to bring in your uniqueness, the information that's provided. When you're providing data of what's happening in the market, that's going to be same data as somebody else is providing. However, your uniqueness and your personality, the words that you use and you bring into that information, that is what people are going to connect with. And that's how they're going to stay connected, as they want to be a part of your unique process, which is your personality. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about creating content once and never using it forever. Let's talk about that, because I know that's a big part of your process, Trace.
It absolutely is. This again goes back to making it simple, that if you have a blog post that's full of content that you can be using over and over and over again, and using it in different places and in different ways. So it doesn't have to be about coming up with something brand new every single day. If you think about a magazine like Cosmopolitan, as an example, they don't sit around every December and go, gosh, what are we going to talk about in our February issue? Like every February, they publish the same exact magazine or same exact content with tweaks, right? Or every January, it's lose 10 pounds in 10 days eating these 10 foods. They're not reinventing the wheel every issue. It's the same. And we can do the same thing with our businesses.
Yes, and you can use it in multiple platforms. When Keelan and I are discussing something, it comes here on the radio. It's the same thing that we would put in information we're sharing with clients or conversations that we're having. And yes, you can make a series to where just kind of what you're talking about too. You're kind of stepping up on things. So it doesn't have to be as much work as people might make it out to be. Mm-hmm. So, and actually, Keelan, go ahead, Keelan. I just kind of jumped in on your spot. I wanted to make a comment, but I was going to go right into my next question.
I was just going to let you roll. It's all good. So give me an example, Tracey, of how you would repurpose a piece specifically. Like if I did something like a blog, what would that look like and how you would repurpose it?
Well, let's use this show as an example. So I have a segment on this show. I am going to, when the show is over, I am going to send it to my virtual assistant and have them transcribe what I said. And then I can create memes from that. I can turn it into a blog post, post it on Pinterest, Facebook, LinkedIn, yada, yada, yada. So that's just one way to take one solo piece of content, which is this radio show, which is also a Facebook Live, which is right, like it's very easy to take a piece of content and use it multiple ways. It's just a matter of opening up our brains to those opportunities and possibilities. And that's my brilliance.
Yeah. And that's all down my alley. In the spirit of my coaching program, One Time Your Business, is about doing something once and considering it a one and done. So using things that you're putting effort into to be able to repurpose it. I love that. So Tracey, let's also talk about tools that you use to help simplify your content.
Okay. So a few of my favorite tools. One is Canva. I use Canva just about every day. It allows me to create documents that are in line with my brand, have matching colors, and use the same fonts. A lot of people, when they're designing, they have what I call fontitis, where they just use 30 different fonts and then your content becomes unrecognizable. So Canva is one. And then one of my other favorites is Airtable. So every image I create goes into Airtable, and then I have a checkbox for when I posted it on Instagram, a checkbox for Pinterest, and then I have a date box for Facebook because I do reuse my content on Facebook. So those are two of my favorite tools right now.
Tracey, what about champions and advocates? You've talked about champions and advocates. How can they be helpful for you in maybe branding you or social media?
So one of the things that I believe is we probably already know everyone we need to know to be successful in our lives and our businesses. And it's impossible to listen to everyone. So if we can focus on a key 20, 25, 50 people and show up for them. So whether that's coming to Tina's inspirational happy hour or coming on her radio show or making sure I go to her lunch and learn, there might be a theme here. Tina might be one of those people that are on my list. But also when I nurture those relationships, whether that's showing up at their events or sending them a greeting card or sending them a text message, there's all sorts of ways that I nurture my network. Then when I need help or when I need support around something, it's so much easier to just go to those people instead of feeling like I need to reach out to 1,000 people. I have 25 core people that I've made deposits into their emotional piggy bank that it's easy for me to then, when I need some help or support, take a withdrawal from that piggy bank.
Yeah, such great advice, Tracey, because we've all heard it's about the quality of whatever we're talking about, not the quantity about it. So there is only so much time. You only have so much available support. So you really want to connect at a high level and being strategic with the people that you choose, the ones that are most like you. We connect because we're very similar in what we provide and to our community. And so those are the people you want to find. Be unique to who you are, unique to your brand, unique to your message. And the people that are most like you, those are the ones that you're going to connect to. And it makes not just a beautiful business, but it makes a beautiful life as well. Tracey, as we're wrapping up less than a minute, what's something you would like to leave our listeners with?
Well, one of my core values is fun. So in the spirit of fun, I created this thing. It's called Nurture Your Network Bingo. And if somebody wanted to download their own, they could go to NYN, like Nurture Your Network, bingo.com and download their own copy.
I had to write that down, so I was still stuck on mute there. Will you put the chat bar too, Tracey, for the guests that we have on the show? I'm definitely going to check that out. Yeah, Tracey's fun. She's passionate, and she's just a loving person that gives so much back to her community. And Tracey, it's a pleasure and an honor to have you here, and more importantly, to call you one of my friends. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And coming up next on The Money are building relationships to market your business. Jana Riggin of Newcastle Life, right here at 11:50 a.m. KKNW.